It began at sunrise, volunteers transforming Sugarland Memorial Park into a venue for a celebration. It's the Brent Event, a day to celebrate a native son, but more than that, it is a day of giving. One of the harsh realities in the battle of fighting cancer is that many patients are like Brent Weaver. There is also an economic fight too, as their health insurance payout is capped, while their medical bills continue to mount. For Brent, the journey began only a few years ago when what he thought was a simple athletic injury proved to be much more.
I first was having leg pain. This was back in 2008 on the outside of my knee, and I thought it was a sports injury. So I went through a lot of stretching and exercising to try to make it feel better. That didn't work, or it worked sometimes, and other times it would make it worse, and so I just couldn't figure it out. And I went to doctors who said I need to do more stretching and more exercise, and I tried that, and didn't get better, and eventually progressed to the point where I could hardly walk, and I was on crutches everywhere from the pain. And then in 2008, we met with a doctor who did some imaging, and they found out it was a tumor, and they sent me over to a specialist, and that progressed, and ended up meeting with oncologists telling me that I had a Ewing sarcoma, which is a rare form of bone cancer. And once you find that out, they immediately rush you into treatment, and so I started chemo the next Monday, and I did 6 3-week rounds of chemo, so it's 18 weeks of intense chemo and inpatient in the hospital, which was effective in killing the cancer, but not enough. They decided that it would probably be best if we amputated the leg.
Brent even started to feel better, but the cancer is back, and more treatment is necessary.
So we had about 6 months of me going about trying to recover and enjoy life, and then went in for some scans and found out that it had come back in my lungs, unfortunately.
Okay, on your mark, get set, have a great run, we'll see you later.
As an athlete, it was fitting the fundraiser would center around a sporting activity. First, a 5K fun run down University Avenue, which outlines the city park. Later, families gathered for a mile-long walk around a pond. The Clements High School football team led the group as a tribute to a former player. And the day also included face painting, balloon animals, even a visit from Mickey Mouse. All family activities celebrating joy, and Brent's simple message to everyone.
As I was talking to Brent, he said, basically, we're here to have a great time. You want to say it?
We're here to have a great time.
Okay, there you go. Didn't want to put words in his mouth.
And while the medical trial has been a very difficult ordeal, his friends and family have noticed a change in Brent, and it's a change for the better.
There's silver linings to everything. So even in something as tragic as this, where Brent is basically fighting for his life, he has had such a wonderful attitude. I have seen Brent and Kelly's relationship grow closer and tighter and stronger. They just love each other so much. It's just wonderful to see that. And 2, I've seen Brent mature in a way spiritually and emotionally that I don't see in a lot of adults. His outlook on life now is completely different from what it was 2 years ago before this started. And he's just all about serving people.
I've known him since we were little. We played together. We go way back. And one of the few positive things that you can take from a difficult situation like this is, it creates grounds and to be able to talk about some of the things, some of the deeper questions in life, and really be able to take a deep look at those that kind of get overlooked, when you're kind of going through the motions in life. So it helped us in our relationship to take a step back.
Brent is he's such a good guy that people want to support him, and they know that they can trust him, and they know that he's working hard and that he's going to make it. He's awesome. He's just a fighter, and people want to support him.
We've all learned so much through it, and we've learned to just trust in the Lord and live a day at a time and know that it's all in His hands and that it'll all be well.
I'll speak for Kelly because she doesn't like to get up and say things in front of people. But from both of us, we are just so grateful for everyone's support and love throughout everything that we've gone through, and it's so great to see so many people out here. This is way more than what we expected when we first started planning this event, and which is making us excited because we hope to be able to help a lot of other people also. We are just overwhelmed by everybody's support and how much love we've felt, and hopefully that will continue to help us throughout the rest of my treatment and everything else we have to go through. So thank you for coming out.